Hello December. It is the 12th month of the year. I'm charging this so I can go for my run while I also charge my phone. If I was ready, I was gonna go now for my run. All my things are charged up. I'm about to go for my run, but I just realized something, guys. So this is my waist belt that I usually, not a waist belt, what is this called? Totally forgot the name, but I just took this thing that I usually wear here when I go for my run. So obviously, like, you clip it and then you run. So I have these earphones connected and I'll put my phone inside and run. But now I'm gonna be using my AirPods that I got for Black Friday. So obviously I'll basically be testing out if these fall out of my ears or not. I hope they won't, because if they do, then it was almost a waste of money. But I have a feeling that they won't. I'm not that fast anyway when I run. Not yet, or not anymore. Whichever way you want to look at it. So I'm gonna be trying these out. I'll let you guys know later if they are worth the purchase or not. Yeah. Before I go for my run, I'm going to be watering my vegetables. So I have a vegetable garden that I started not so long ago. Literally, I started it on the 1st of November. I've already got some lettuce that I've been chowing, but that's besides the point. So I'm going to show you guys my vegetable garden, and because one of you guys requested that I show you guys my full gardens, like before I even planted the vegetables, that's what I'm going to do for today's video. I'm going to be showing you guys what's in my garden. A lot of these vlogmas videos are going to be centered around house and home because of my new house, which I'm trying to make into a home. All right, later, let's water the vegetables. I'm trying to be more sustainable, guys. So this watering can actually has some rainwater. I just put it where there's like a drop from our roof, and yeah, I've got rainwater from 2 days, not last night because it didn't rain, but the night before. So here's to sustainable living. Okay, first up, I've got my cabbage, which is like, I don't know how cabbage grows, guys. It's getting little holes on it, so I don't know if that's a good thing. That one isn't so good. Apparently they're a little too close together, but when I planted them, guys, the gaps seemed massive. But I don't know, I might need to transplant them. Yeah, my cabbages. So these take forever. They haven't even started like budding, but this is my cabbage. Yeah. So I dug up that hole. Obviously I need to do some weeding. I dug up that hole and put that thing. So sometimes I fill that up with water, like during the course of the day, anytime I get a chance to. Yeah. So if you guys know something about cabbages, let me know. I feel like these are the hardest to grow. Like, it's rough. So obviously you water your garden before the sun is out. So the sun is out, but it's not here yet on my vegetable patch. And this is some lettuce. Oh, I love this lettuce, guys. So these are my lettuces. I've got 2 types, that type and this type. The names, oh, I forget, but I think this green one is cost lettuce, and then that frilly one, I don't know, but look at that, guys. Oh, it's so perfect. And I've already harvested a little bit the other week, so, but yeah, that's my lettuce. But some of them are not that frilly. They like, you know, like this one looks flatter than this, but it's basically the same kind or the same species of lettuce. Then this is the cost lettuce. So this one grows a lot. 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, I harvested this, like took some around, but now it has grown so much. I feel like I'm due for another harvest. I'm not even done eating the other ones. Then here I've got some spinach. So my spinach is not a lot. I realized that when I was harvesting. It's like 2 rows. I've got some sticks to help hold it up, because after some of the rains, it's like they're falling. So this is a stick to help hold it up. Yeah. So I've already harvested this, made a lovely stir fry, but it wasn't enough for a whole meal. So I've added other spinach on the other end of the garden. because this is definitely not enough. So we've got cabbage, got lettuce, another type of lettuce, and we've got spinach. And then on this side I've got onions, and more onions. Guys, the onions are a lot. And guys, I've got this grass or these weeds that grow to almost look like my onion. So this can sometimes fool you. Is it the onion or is it the grass? But yeah. Oh, my son is up. I can hear him indoors. And here I've got parsley. Look at that. Green and luscious parsley. Guys, look at that. Like, I've used it on some of my one beef stew. I'm yet to harvest it. I don't know if it's ready or not. I think it is, because obviously you don't take a lot every time you harvest. But yeah, this is my parsley. And then more onions there, here, everywhere. The onions were a lot, guys. I think it's starting to grow into something there. Look, I can see. I'm seeing that for the first time. So that means my onions are growing. Oh my gosh. I think I need to bury that a little bit more. Or should I leave it? I'll ask my husband and consult YouTube. And then here I've got my tomato trees. So these also feel like they are clustered, guys. My drain, wow. These also feel like they are clustered because they've just grown to be so big. Look at that. So we've got these sticks to help hold them up. Let me zoom into my tomatoes so you guys can see. So here we're starting to get some real tomatoes, like some tomato fruit. And here I think we're gonna have more, that's why it's flowering. And here as well, it's flowering. But I've seen more. There's actually quite a few tomatoes that I've seen. Here's another one. Here, other ones. So those are my tomatoes. Even this one that looks a little bit shorter than the rest. Look at that. It's bearing fruit, guys. The word of God says, be fruitful, multiply. A tree must bear fruit, otherwise it shall be cut off. Look at this. It's bearing some fruit for me. And guys, I have a story about my tomatoes. So just look at them now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There was one there, but I'll tell you what happened because it's actually a life lesson that I'm gonna share later on. Now I want to go for my run. And then look at those onions. There's onions in between as well because I just needed to make more space for the onions. And then here I've got carrots. I'm very excited about these carrots. I don't know if I still need to like separate them because I used seeds to plant these carrots. So these are the carrots. Obviously they grow underground. I used seeds, so I'm sure they bunched up. I wasn't sure. I was putting lots of seeds and just waited for them, whereas most of these were all transplants. And yeah, more onions. Look at that, guys. These onions were planted at the same time, this and this and this, but they all look different. Yeah, that's another life lesson. Get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Guys, clearly I'm too much on TikTok. Yo guys, mailing vuguze before I do this video. But it's fine. And then this is some of the lettuce. So when we harvested that lettuce, I saw some were growing like too close together, so I moved them out here. They're not growing as well as on the other end, but I think they're still gonna come through. And then here, all the way here, I've got spinach seeds. I put them in on Saturday, so I'm expecting them to bloom in the next 2 weeks or so. So that is my vegetable garden, and later on in the video I'll share the life lesson and then the flowers and other things we have going on. refill this. I usually use 2 or 3 of these watering cans depending on when was the last time it rained and stuff, and it feels so annoying to have to refill. But my daughter wanted a smaller watering can so she can help me out, but she barely helps me out, so I feel duped into buying a small watering can, but it's fine. It is what it is. Okay, I'm done watering. Bam. So now let's go for that run and test out these earpods, Bluetooth earpods. These earpods, like an Apple term, whatever. I'm struggling to find a good angle because of the sun, but my battery died after my run. The earpods were great. They did not fall off, so they're actually quite good. You just obviously have to be vigilant and make sure that you look more than usual around, because cancels out the noise for like cars coming by. You must just wake up. I forgot that there's 2 tomato trees that we planted elsewhere because they came in a set of 12. I bought 1 dozen. It's a lot. Those are the 2 tomato trees, 1 there and 1 there. Oh yes, I must finish my story. I almost forgot, we also have chilies. So these are the chilies. They're in pot plants, so we've put them in the sun now. So here it's habanero, I think, and then here it's ghost peppers, here and there. Yeah, 2 ghost peppers and 2 habanero peppers. Yeah, because we like hot stuff. Almost forgot about these, so we have to put them in the sun because they don't like water. So when it rains, we need to take them back inside and then undercover basically. And then obviously when it's sunny, we need to bring them out. They're not growing like that well, so we want to see. Now that we went to the nursery and got the potting tip, we've potted them, because previously they were on the ground like the tomatoes and everything else. Alright guys, okay, so let me close off on my story about the tomatoes. Basically, sometimes when it comes to investing, you might find that you do everything right, you diversify, you pick a stock that you think is good enough, but it just might not perform for whatever reason that is. So sometimes you must just not beat yourself up about it. And it also made sense for me when it comes to parenting as well. You can do everything, give your children the best education, the best of everything that you have to offer, like emotional guidance, but you never know how a person is going to turn out. I gave that tomato everything. It literally got everything those other 12 tomatoes got in terms of water, sunshine, the ground, fertilizer, everything. But that tomato tree decided not to grow, but to just wither away and die off. And sometimes it just happens. So with our kids, with anyone else, some things just might not live up to our expectations, and that's okay. And now specifically with regards to investing, some portfolios just won't perform, and that's okay. Just move on to the next one and take care of the other 11 instead of focusing on the one bad thing that happens in life. Yeah, that's the moral of that story. Anyway, the rest of the gardens I'll show you guys later on. I don't want this vlog to be too long. It's still day 1 of Vlogmas, guys. So somewhere during Vlogmas I'll do the rest of my gardens, like the non-vegetable stuff. Yeah, cheers guys.